We, of course, are heading into this in just a moment. Furia's map pick. They look really, really good. And again, their B-side anchoring, even with this interesting style composition, because Koala Noob obviously moves over to the Omen, but we've seen this from him many a time before.
Yeah, this Furia team, they're going to be starting on defense, and I've been impressed with this half from them generally, across the maps that they've been playing. I think they have some great chemistry, anchoring sites together with 2-3 players. They're great at setting up the right crossfires in the moment. Just those fundamental aspects of play as G2 intend on getting a fast A hit activated.
Yeah, sitting in the back of the site here, tenuously Arzine. He might need to drop back behind this smoke. It's going to be Jogaba pinned out, though. This is still G2 able to move up, and Arzine still out in the open. Didn't want to play in security Wyatt doubling up with Alum at least, who can cut G2 down to size.
That's a great trade. Ooh, leaving a bit of danger. Call in the corner is Dre. He goes down.
Just great timing for Alum to surge up, find a pick. Nova Pulse is going to force Koala out of the game for the time being. Leaf, Fallon, Trent all very low. Alum sees a fair big, but has to refract away. And now Leaf gets caught out. That's 3 for Alum. Trent with the right click around the corner looks good, but it's down to Valen at 1 HP. And Alum exits with 4.
Look at that unit of Furia. 4 players just synced up beautifully, just pooling out of back sight together to collect all of the trades. Alum using that refract to the best of his ability at taking that initial jiggle peek, spots out a player, gets out of there, swing comes instantly after the fact. I mean, what a beautiful tap there. Util to clear out Baby Bay. Thorough, yet simple at the same time from Furia to get them over the finish line here early.
Nice. You think it might mean something to that guy?
Listen, that's why Alum has him at 50% volume. That is why.
There's a number of people in the front row visibly recoiling after that. Yeah, I think Koala Noob certainly feels like there's a lot on the line. So just a pistol out of the way, and a couple of issues being, I don't know, untangled here. It seems like it might be, was it earlier an audio issue? We'll see what the consensus is going to be now, whether that is resolved nice and quick. We will let you know.
Yep, hopefully it's something simple. Maybe in that downtime, someone forgot to be charging their mouse. That's always a strong possibility.
I'm trying to get, hopefully we get a good look at Baby Bay's mouse pad. Is it like a Yuki aim mouse pad, or is it just something else? Because I didn't know he was different like that.
I don't know. You gotta tell me. That's out of my wheelhouse. I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't think Dre was about this either, low key. But there you go. I have to ask him about it.
He needs to move it to the right a a little bit. Can you spot out what that is? Is that?
I mean, I can't.
You know what show it is, or
no, actually, I don't know what it is. No. No, I have to. Maybe someone in that chat can let us know. Maybe I'll just ask Dre. I just didn't take him for a weeb, honestly. Or he could be like he could be like the closet weeb who just like kind of doesn't want to tell people about it. But I mean, then he wouldn't have this playmat
right
on camera. So yeah, I digress though.
Better angle on them.
We got Tech Pulse here, gear related. We'll be back hopefully with a bit more action. So don't go too far. This is G2 versus Furia. We are 1 round in. Many more to come.
Break it down.
Well, it may well be time to jump back into Abyss. We've seen one round of it so far in this matchup between G2 and Furia. This is an important upper bracket game. The winner of this will be able to play for a chance to represent this region, of course, at Masters. So we are getting pretty deep into the bracket already as far as the upper teams are concerned. And we just saw Alan with a pretty nasty Sheriff 4-piece in the previous round to get Furia out in front early.
Some good fundamentals from Furia as well. In this round 2, Leaf is going to pick up the Sheriff. Last we saw him on the Breach, he was a monster. He put up 26 on that split game to send 100 Thieves down a bracket, get you to their first win this year. Definitely looking to see if we get a bit of a repeat performance. And he was sending out a lot of good util in the late rounds, just harvesting kills.
Yeah, and look at that. It basically cleared in. I think that re-clear attempt could be pretty important for the Sovi here, but Alan's already been able to peek in and take Jaw out. The weapon advantage being felt here by G2 as they had something cooking over towards that mid-A connector spot. Now, a couple players stranded top mid with only classics.
Yeah, Nerve taking that contact when he gets pushed. Koala Noob ready to collect a couple easy kills, and there they are. EU was just being an absolute goblin and vents with a judge to get the other kill earlier, and now it's all on Valen to, well, try his best to maybe do some damage. But that's not going to happen. Clean and easy for Furia, retaining every single gun into their bonus round. And Alan dangerously close to an early conversion pass.
I'm looking out for this, though, a little bit. The guided salvo towards top mid, also Astra Smoke to Catwalk. G2 do have the mechanism to quickly take that mid control. Obviously, here it's wrested back for them really effortlessly because there is judges around corners, there's stingers, but that idea, you might see that played out in a few different variations over this half.
I'm really curious to see what G2 have in store for us as far as the executes with this jet, because at least from what we saw against 100 Thieves, they're heavily indexed into Waylay and have some great sequencing of utility to set up Jaw playing that agent. So I wonder how it's going to, differ or be similar to this jet. Koala is just taking some space down mid.
It's one of those variations here from Fury where they push off that B site.
And a very common from what we're seeing with Yorus on this map, sending that gate crash all the way up mid, sometimes taking it, sometimes faking it. This time it was a fake. G2, they're in that A site. Artson fully committed, gets the first.
Again, we saw this last time from Fury. They're so good at just standing in the face of these fast hits. Artson with a stinger, alive at 46.
And those extra smokes, it's a nebula down that EU can play off of with this double controller comp.
Ooh, that could have been nasty. Trent's able to find a quick double though, and this means Nerve has to play through that nebula. It's not to be. Trent found 3 on the round, and now Nerve has to get in there to shut out. G2 on the board.
G2 make a good decision in the moment there as those additional smokes that Furia have are blooming on the site, which is to just slow down. If we over push into these, that's how we're going to go down to those cheaper weapons, shotguns, SMGs, etc. Let's just wait for the smokes to drop, play at a bit of a longer range, and collect the kills. Trent is able to clean up.
Let's go!
Pretty much with ease on that round.
Mindful of the flank pressure, Trent has a really good intuition for the timing. He's able to be there and find himself 3 on the round.
But that will be one of the counters to this double controller comp that G2 should be leaning into, as well as, when they're in the post plants, they can't afford to give up space and let Furia just smoke them off from the deep angles. Some considerations for them on this attack side as Furia now on the full buy.
Everybody dives down mid. Alan sticks around for a time, but not able to affect the Oro, and now we've got pressure onto the B side. It's Baby Bay already with irons for upper. He's able to play from this spot. This is going to get uncomfortable for Nerve, who might feel pinched as the hit comes in onto the side. It's going to be Koala Noob down. Now the pressure comes back from Fury. They might just flood into B before this actually gets flooded. Nerve sees 2 coming and lines them up. Here's the conversion pass now in play as Jorg and Trent have to put this together. And EU already plucks away the duelist.
That connects onto the mall. EU has a dart as well if he wants to throw that backside just to be a nuisance for Trent, the lone G2 player. Guardian. Less HP than ideal. Oh, it's spotted out just barely by Art.
Yeah, just the inch of his foot. Trent sees Alum topside and is going to be brought down.
And this is what Furia have been so good at on their defense side, especially on this Abyss map. They will just flood back in to support their anchors so quickly. Even with Koala going down there, Nerve stays committed to the site, and the rest of them show up in time. Alum collects a kill, and then immediately after that, rips a great conversion path onto the remaining 2 players who are by that cliff.
Good hold, Mike.
They are so good at flooding together just full confidence in supporting their anchors every single time. And G2 already thrown down to an eco.
Here's your 5th round. Now G2 again, like you said, a bit of a compromising spot in terms of the weaponry. Pretty lightly held B side. Of course, Kuala Lumpur can still rotate back there for Furia. It'll be the conditioning of that gate crash up mid, as we've seen this whole game so far.
And look, you can see that it does push Koala off the line down the mid. But in the meantime, G2 opt to just get into this mostly vacant B site. How much does Nerve want to commit to fighting right now?
And Nerve wasn't able to stop Jorgamo at all there. The jet dash got him past the guy in salvo, but ABB maybe overextended a little too much. Special delivery is going to force the Outlaw off the line, though. Kwa has to step up and simply sees Valen straight around the corner.
Yeah, that is a nice draw now, forced to retreat, pinged up even by the recon. Trying out in the open, yeah, just trying to get something done, but...
Beautifully done. Leaf trying to hold his own, but Furia very, very good at just being decisive when it comes to hitting those sites. It's not really that intricate. They are simply flooding in with a bit of, that util behind them.
But even still, the fundamentals for a team that is entirely brand new. It's not like there's any remaining core here. I mean, ironically, maybe 2 guys from core. That is like the maximum. But it's basically an entirely new unit. And yet they just have this innate chemistry. It's pretty lovely to see, as this org is just making a massive turnaround already in Americas this year. But Koala with a good round 2, quad kill. But Alim will be picking up the op. You'll see both Koala and Alim, they like to op. Actually, ops to drop it. It just goes back to the rifle, but I'm sure we'll see him with that eventually.
G2 really need to get started on this attack side. They absolutely have to develop a base of some of these attack side rounds. I think losing this gun round would be really crushing for them in terms of expectations on attack side Abyss.
Now with this comp that G2 are running, they are loaded with some pretty devastating ults. And on this round, having both the Rolling Thunder and the Armageddon, well, that's the latter being used just to clear out this B site. Do Furia just try to get right back in, though?
Yeah, look at, they're always trying to catch G2 before they're fully scaled into the side wire. They're going now. They might be slowed up a little bit by this aftershock, but it's only Jorg in there. He's left us in the insert in B, and the spike is heading elsewhere.
G2 very scattered around the map. In the meantime, Baby Bay working his way into this A site. That teleport gives away that there's no one else there. Furia on the rotate. 3 players in spawn headed towards A.
It's a
bizarre
pump
round
fake.
right now.
It's a pump fake. Here comes Trent back in that B side direction. Alam just trying to tiptoe off the side, kind of convinced that they're done here. But now he's going to push through and see Leaf right in front of him. Now G2 full control of this B side of the map, with Baby Bay fairly deep in security across the map. Rolling Thunder. This is going to secure that upper control for Jorg.
And look at this. Baby Bay is on a mad long flank right now. Fury accelerate. Maybe he won't be able to catch the timing.
Oh, I like that. Hug in the corner, little ping there. Jorg, oh, swung into Nerve. Now G2 going to have to pull off the side and play this post plant. They've got a pretty darn composition for it. And there, Baby Bay just told to do whatever he wants. Come across the map from the A side. Get into the works and start to drag Furia down. They're down to 2 players who are in no position to contest this round realistically.
Yeah, absolutely no time to do it. They'd be content at this point to just try and take some guns away from G2 when they retreat here. Artson playing in spawn. Definitely has an opportunity tucked in this corner.
You check this, surely, right? All right, just the one. G2 will at least take his rifle out of the game for now. So hard-fought round still for G2, only taking 2 of those weapons away from it. But we're starting to cycle into some of these key ultimates, right? Both duelist ultimates up for G2.
I definitely had some concerns in the mid-round with how G2 were maneuvering around the map, but it completely ended up working out in that they drew Furia out of position from being able to flood. That was the first round where it was just Alim on B, and he got curious when that smoke went down. Maybe there was a timing for him, but he's caught, and there's no one there to support because G2 and Baby Bay specifically were able to get everyone towards A. That was a really well-played round. And now this dimensional drift going all the way up through mid. Vents split into A, get the information.
Oh, Alum has to get out. Yeah, sees that Cosmic Divide coming down. Furia knowing full well that A is the weakest site. I'm going to have to play for retake, but what is the timing going to be on this flood?
A classic combo with the drift into the stun, but Alum is just too quick to get away. It looks like Jaw wants to play very close, right behind that Astro Wall. As Nerve clears out Vents. Baby Bay getting flanked.
Alum's going to get in here. Is Baby Bay tucked in the right spot? It had to be an almighty flick. The timing off the Owl drone! Alum reveals himself, and Baby Bay can drop out of tower now, essentially scot-free. Flashing it back to A main. Now, Armageddon is in the game here for Nerve, so you can't simply sit in A main. It's going to be thrown towards the backside instead, where G2 simply are not really present.
Oh, and that paranoia didn't connect. Under Baby Bay does go down, but Trent cleaning up.
That's it. Round over, G2 able to hold off the flood of Furia players. Nicely distributed across A, but importantly wide, they select that weak side early and have a Cosmic Divide to get in behind.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like kind of classic G2 where their big ult execute rounds, they just always win them. And there's so many cases of games where those are sometimes only the only rounds they get on attack, but then they switch to defense and they're so good on that half that they close it out. Like, that was pretty common for them last year, honestly.
Where's your hand? There should be a hand right here. Waiting.
Oh, there we go.
Landed.
All good, all good.
All right. That brings G2 back into the game now. 2 rounds in a row, and the money's starting to get pretty tight for Furia. Notice a Bulldog there for Kuala Nu. So again, here is that sort of util top mid to imply heavy presence from G2. In fact, that would be correct. They are scaling up the middle part of the map.
Drone to try and get Alum in position, takes that peek, but scared as there are just far too many guns pointed his way, so refracts out of there straight away. But giving up mid control definitely means that Furia need to be concerned about someone playing right where Baby Bay is, just waiting to flank.
And look how quickly G2 bounce off mid now that they have that insert top. And Baby Bay was a real problem, I think, back in round 3 or 4, when he was able to run up behind Furia and unravel them before they could hold on B. That's another thing that could prevent that flood, that disruption from your own half of the map.
G2 setting up for this B execute. Kuala Nu does love to play backside here, tuck in Cubby, have tons of smokes to play around. You can see the Astra puts down the Nebula. He's got the dark covers as well.
Oh no, here we go. There's no flood capability for Furia. They're completely off the site. And Baby Bay is in between them and B.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
he really has been tearing Furia apart, just playing top mid and getting really nice timings. This time far faster than the last time he went for the same flank in the same spot. And it looks like he's going to catch Furia again, honestly.
And by my reckoning, we've not really seen Yoru. When Baby Bay was a duelist, Yoru was not good. But, well, the boy is back, and he's more than happy to get into the Yoru's driver's seat.
Yeah, Art gets the one, but this time has to save and get out of there. Yeah, it is funny that seeing Baby Bay playing Yoru feels like, whoa, he's on Duelist? He's been playing so much Viper and Chamber for these guys since joining late last year. But he played Duelist for years. Yeah. He played it his entire time with FaZe.
A prolific Jet player, primarily.
Yeah, before he took the break and then now returns.
I mean, look at Zekken. It's just, honestly, it's part of growing up. He's starting to play those, non-duelist agents.
And here is just... What? Looked like Nerve was kind of aware, honestly. Thought that there was going to be that exact timing, but yeah, Baby Bay too fast with that shot.
Let's go! Come on!
I mean, Yoru really allows such a deep level of skill expression for those with the game sense to carry it, right? Baby Bay just seems to have found himself in the right place on a couple of occasions, but you're right. Nerve did have the read on that. He's got an idea. But G2 simply will condition by throwing heavy util mid. Baby Bay could be top mid, he might not. It's going to pull people off the sites anyway.
Yeah, and even still in that situation, Nerve's attention is being drawn away towards mid and can't support Kuala Nu, who's super isolated in the site, right? And so I think in this timeout Furia, they're going to need to address exactly this, because G2 have been sending that gate crash up mid basically, I think it might actually be every single round outside of the pistol. It was at least like 6 out of 8. So they're going to need to address how to play that. On that round, they wanted Allen to fight, but they did it so early and then he got out that there was still more than enough time for Baby Bay and G2 to work that mid part of the map. But they're going to need to you know, find a time to try and fight in that area and try and clear Baby Bay out. Set some kind of trap for him even, you know, when he pops out of that, you know, gate crash, excuse me. You know, have something ready. Like maybe, you know, Nerve is there ready to send it. Like they have 2 drones. Maybe one of them can re-clear and then Alan could dash in, throw the stun at him, get him hindered, something like that. But
all right, this gets G2 back to 4 rounds though. So a bit of a horrendous start. They've sort of stabilized that ship, and you'll notice now there's no full commit to top mid this time. It's actually Baby Bay much more passively working that part of the map. Yeah. And hey, not so passive anymore perhaps, but still. That is Artesine out of the picture.
Furia attempted a double swing onto him, but Outlaw at that range and low armor. Very easy for Baby Bay to get that first. And now surely G2 just lock up this round with full control of the site. Alan the only player on Furia with a rifle, but
yeah, dangerous.
Traded.
Okay, Saturate doesn't connect, and Trent is able to back up here. There is an owl drone to play off it. Probably some aggression now. He's good, guys. Don't worry about it. Bro is our pro. Literal world champion, by the way. There's EU, though. That's dangerous. Jorgamon Trent going to be brought down. As on Fallon, Baby Bay is in a decent position to cover this, but he's going to be smoked out and forced to step up. Fallon has to lock it down. And he's up against Nerve with only a Sheriff, and he's able to win it out. This guy, with over 600 official matches of Valorant. That is over 100 per year that this guy has played. Fallon, 350?
Yeah,
Nerve is in his debut season here in the VCT, but this guy is a grinder like you've never seen before.
He is a super grinder. Like, since the beta has just been consistently playing in Tier 2 the entire time, finally has his chance on the actual VCT stage.
Fun Havers, Knights,
Sick
Nerd
shot.
Street,
Challenges, any Tier 3, 4, any tournament, he's
for those who are there,
in
like he's in there, man.
What a sick clutch. I mean, Furia just pulled that off out of nowhere. Man disadvantage, worse weapons. EU with a sick double kill. And now Kowalnu picking up the AWP. First time on defense, I think we're seeing Furia with that weapon. And now look at this in the mix. It's that dimensional drift coming from Baby Bay towards A, like when they split main with it last time.
What?
Alan clears that out. The real hit is on B.
It's going to be coming hard and fast, but Nerve is going to be ready for it. It is hard to get past this anchoring duo for Furia. They aren't going anywhere. Artesine posted up on the site. Nerve ready to cover if there's going to be a push up in the middle of it. Fallon going to be pinged out at great distance away, but the spike in the meantime will go down. An aftershock to clear that close corner for Baby Bay.
Nice recon coming out. Leaf has to break that and retreat. Low HP. But still 2 players on site. Baby Bay close range. Here they come. What a pass. That's perfect.
Baby Bay, though, doesn't need fire rate right now. Just one shot is all he needs, but he'll be surrounded and eventually dragged off his pony. And that is Furia converting off an insane Thrifty. Just a very convincing hold.
The bread and butter on this map, these B floods and B retakes, they excel here. It's so frustrating as this attacking team to try to get in and actually kill the anchors because they have so many smokes to play around. Like, Artesine is never in danger really at any moment there. I like the idea from G2. They attempt to make it look like they're replicating that round from before where they just pretty much cooked Furia with that A-split execute, dimensional drift up mid. Make it seem like they were running it back on that exact play, but this time fake into B. Furia did not buy into that though. And honestly, that's something that I typically have seen from them on defense so far generally, is that they really are not biting on fakes. Their anchors usually play pretty strong, pretty dug in on the sites. Like, I think there's one case of G2 in this game where they started dragging players back and forth. Yeah.
But that's after they, I think, get some decent mid control and already drawing one of those anchoring pairs off of their sides.
Yeah, that's something that Furia have definitely been excelling with. They're not getting baited into bad rotates often.
Kowalnu reprising the operator role as well. Something we saw from him. He used to play Omen on Icebox for M80. They would play no duelist comp, and you would see him pick up the operator more often than not there.
Yeah, definitely, despite being a duelist player pretty much his entire history as a player, Omen, the other agent that he's got a lot of experience with, a lot of actual match rounds played. Looks like G2 want to keep things simple, hit this B site, which has not been going consistently well for them.
Yeah, you wonder if there's something a bit more intricate at play here, if it's just going to be a fast hit.
We'll see. They can get Trent's Armageddon if they collect the orb. Looks like he's just ready to throw out that drone. What is going to be the maneuver off the back of it? Forced out of it right away, though. On account of Nerve playing on this site, that missile just gets there ASAP, and Trent has to give up the drone.
Because of the mid conditioning, though, look, there's a drone re-clear from Furia in mid. So G2 has done a good job, at least, at making Furia spend util on getting info in that part of the map, and it split them down the middle. Now G2 have that player advantage as they hit into this site, and Nerve is just going to get sprayed down through the smoky and upper. Artazine might suffer a similar fate sooner rather than later, as that aftershock starts to test his position.
It looks like G2 want to force the issue. That's Baby swinging, but he's alone. Leaf wasn't actually playing with him. It's a flash that comes late. That little micro play gets disconnected, and Baby fully punished on account of it.
When the Schmeeg hit you a little too hard from 5 years ago, I guess. Here's Valum, though, in a good spot, and has found a timing at least. Koala Noob is going to be undone, but here's the push now. Flood timing for Fury as they hit this B side, and Artazine covers EU perfectly. His Armageddon will be easy enough to circumvent, but Trent is at a 1v2.
Yeah, he takes that timing to get into sight, play Cubby, get closer.
Can he outfox these two sharp senses from Furia? EU goes down first, but Artazine draws a bead on Trent and gets Furia their 7th round on defense, no less.
Through absolute brute force.
Wait a minute. Oh.
No, we're good, we're good, we're good.
I've been hurt too many times before, man.
No, just brute force from G2 trying to get wins on this B site. It's not happening. You know, outside of, there were those couple rounds where Baby got the really good flank timings coming through mid, and they tried to do that in a bit of a different way with Val in there. But things began to fall apart when there was that disconnected play from Leaf and Baby. He just ends up sending it in alone and going down.
I trolled. Thank you, Art. Thank you, Art. Trolled.
All good. He saved you. Art has looked really good on this team so far. Let's see what G2 can do on this final round. Playing a 3-1-1 to open things. They do have a Cosmic Divide. It could be activated here at some point from Valen.
Another slower start here for G2. More distributed across the map. But had the makings of more of a default with the Astra player in mid.
And now Furia do have 3 players on B, but the drone from the Teo is being sent out right now. That's going to clear out everything, so Furia should feel comfortable rotating away from this site. You can see EU on the minimap. He is on the move at the moment. As Alan with this off just posted up down mid. Maybe there's an opportunity to catch Valen lower.
He shows. Alan, though not in a position to swing off that, and has to refract away, but still he's in a decent position. Can reassume that line if he would dare. Pumping back to B side now. But look at the push-up from Artazine. He will hear this.
Hoping that Baby can sell this over on A. Not going to happen. This positioning could be perfect from Art.
Rips their heads off. Leaf is at least able to get one back, but this gets ugly from here on out. Aftershock's going to give Nerve the hot foot now with the guided salvo. Doesn't really bother Leaf. He is in this B side. Spike, though, headed elsewhere. That's going via spawn to A, and Leaf is the insert. Left behind and quickly dealt with.
Those anchors so patient holding the angles. Spike will go down for free. This is essentially, feels like do or die for Baby. He will win them the round if he can make the play. But if he doesn't, is there another way for G2 to actually pull this off?
If you're Furia, you're assuming that Baby is in some sort of nasty, ratty position on your side of the map. Yoru's had enough time to work that A side.
I mean, at that, look at the utility that Furia still have to work with. They have a Recon, Smokes, Armageddon. I mean...
Here's the Armageddon.
Yeah, there's backside Valen forced away. Recon killer is close.
Oh, needed more than that, but essentially that's a solo challenge for Baby as Valen was forced away by this Armageddon, and now he is simply speculating as to where the diffuser is. And he steps up and sends him packing.
Fully overwhelmed. G2 definitely played some cool rounds out there. Some of the fakes that they had thrown, Baby's good flanks up mid, but ultimately they tried to hard force B execs so much, and Furia's retakes and flood play there is pretty phenomenal. They were able to win the vast majority of rounds over on that site. Their anchors are really strong.
Insane fundamentals here from Furia as they get 8 rounds on defense on Abyss. Stick around, of course, more from this map and the rest of the series after the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Many of the positive things we saw from Fury in their game against Crew on this map, Abyss, are being shown here. Really stalwart anchoring, and like you mentioned, fantastic fundamentals. They're not letting themselves be too easily dragged around the map by G2, who have been consistently trying to sell fakes on that attack side. It's an attack side though for G2. 4 rounds. That might just not be enough.
I'm excited to see Furia play out this attack half with their double controller comp. They have some funky executes where they're basically looks like they're setting up a more goated Viper wall with like 3 smokes in a line on B. I mean, they do some funny stuff with it, but also just on a practical level, it's so good for creating misinformation in mid by covering off the angles with the extra nebulas you get. Let's see how this plays out. Furia took that first pistol round. It looks like they're geared up, ready to get into this B site fast.
You're approaching me? Yes, Salam drops in immediately. Valen is taken out of the game. Nice shorty connections to Koala Noob, also really happy to take the fight to Leaf.
Leaf with no friends and no help on that site. After Allen gets the opening, pop flash out from Baby Bay, trying to find something right now. Might catch Allen, no, not quite.
This pistol round for Fury has been spectacular, honestly. And they won their first 7 pistol rounds of Kickoff. They've been very, very good with putting these together. G2 are, honestly, they're just sitting in the baby seat in the back. Rattle in hand. All safe and cozy, being taken off to Furia's domain of choice.
Koala cleans up with a nice triple on that round, but big credit to Allen for getting the first kill. And honestly, I feel like you can even just see on this first round now, the difference that having the waylay makes, the impact that you have on these executes. Being able to get that close, just completely closing the gap on one of the anchoring players. And then even if Allen doesn't get that kill, spots out one of the players, does some damage, gets away, they can just pounce on him.
And Jet in that position is what? Dashing into a cloud burst and then hoping to play off of some kind of util? It's not the same. You don't have that rewind capacity, of course. G2's more dated composition, dare I say it. Feels like it struggles to match up. Here's Allen on the corner. G2 again, try and cook something remotely satisfying at the start of the round, but it's feeling like instant ramen. So that is pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, instant ramen's not
I
bad,
like instant ramen, yeah.
I got what you were trying to say.
Yeah, saltine crackers.
I like where you were taking it. I'm surprised that G2, the originators of throwing yourselves off the map, have not opted for that strategy at this point in the round.
Okay, I was just like, talking generally, like in terms of how this map is going.
Just played rather spread. I mean, usually I feel like every team at this point, you just stack 5 players somewhere. If they walk into you, cool. If they don't, you just jump off the map and move on. They did have all classics, but I guess Leaf picks up this Outlaw, so maybe they can do a little bit of damage. Artson, not going to repeat that.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, was waiting for him. Everyone gets cleaned up, and EU very close to an early Hunter's Fury in this half.
Could be pretty massive on this kind of map. It is easy enough on that B side to start to pick out some of those positions. Here's that early push up from G2 again. They're just trying to manufacture some kind of material advantage, maybe get some weapons early. Furia, though, they have a cohesion and fundamentals that really belie how long they've been together. It's like everyone's had the same amount of time in the offseason, give or take. These guys have done so much with it.
Yeah, it really does feel like there's just something inherent with these guys. All right, quick stun into main to try and deny Furia of any fast presence. Missiles as well, but Allen is just right on top of Jaw.
Oh, buddy, on a gun round as well. That is absolutely brutal stuff.
Oh my god, I mean, damage up mid.
What is he doing here, bro? Koala just walking up mid.
He is in the walls. Trent is postured very close right now.
How long can he get away with this for? How much time can he buy? Can he get another advantage? Yes, G2. That is perfect from Trent through the smoke. EU doesn't see it coming. And Artesine all of a sudden watches the House of Cards crumble. The deck now stacked against him.
Yeah, one of those just holding the S key as well. Mouse one at the same time. Free kill. Game's easy and Leaf in a little bit of trouble. Oh, but the flash does go off in time. Well done from Trent. And then in addition to that, credit to Baby Bay, who was able to rotate to heaven very quickly and just start throwing flashes, make some noise, try and draw attention so Trent can...
Koala Noob top mid. Guy will go anywhere for a frag. He'll go to EMEA. He'll go top mid. It doesn't matter, bro. This guy just wants some action.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's go. Hey, we're good, boys. We're good.
That is crazy. And now, Trent, one away from his ult, so We'll see if that gets activated on this round. That's definitely something to pay attention to. The fact that EU is 1 away, Alum is 2 away, and Trent is 1 away. So perhaps late round things could get explosive, but early round is Furia with intentions of going up mid. Information on Baby Bay, who's going to feel more comfortable just getting out of the mix when the recon spots him up.
So Furia are loitering through mid at the moment.
And there's a re-clear from Trent. That drone goes through top mid, and off the back of that, Duelists intending on taking some space, getting close up on that bookshelf.
Does Baby Bay remotely consider that Furia in numbers have hung around a mid for this long? They're starting to finally peel away from this part of the map.
Caution here.
G2, credit to them, haven't really shown too much leg early in this round.
Yeah, this Furia team very content to take things slow, wait out any effort to get proactive from G2, re-clear of A main. EU can get this orb now, get the ultimate.
My ult is ready.
Orb picked up. Hannes Fury on deck, but only 33 seconds on the clock.
Looked like Baby Bay wanted to explore down
left.
mid, perhaps a little bit too far, but that's not going to be the case. There's a rotate from Valen. He's headed over towards A. Just lack of sound from Furia, kind of throwing G2 for a loop. The B execute is coming through. Hunter's Fury into heaven.
Alum got deep into the site there as well with that light speed. EU questing, okay, finds a tag on Baby Bay.
10 seconds
That's pretty telling if it's the already able to catch the Hannes Fury. They are in the site. It's up to G2 now to wrest it from their grasp. They've got that Trent util. Flashes for Baby Bay. And for Leaf, they've got to make use of them though, and it's just Baby Bay crushed there by Nerve, who holds his own. Alum waits for the push out now, and he tucks around the corner. Help comes eventually. Enough for Fury to trade up that engagement, and Trent gets sourced out in the open.
You can just see how frustrating these smokes are to play around for G2. Koalanoob is just sat in one top site, waiting to swing out left to right. G2 don't know where he's going to come from. Alum is a little bit closer up. As soon as Jaw dashes out into the Cloudburst, all right, easy insta-saturate right into that to nullify his play. It also kind of cascades from Nerve getting a beautiful little reaction shot there with the perfect crosshair placement.
Again, they just have this delegated so nicely.
Come on,
These
boys,
cross
nice.
fights
Don't believe me, Toro. Good shit.
when they're in a site.
This double smoke comment, I mean, you're really seeing them put on a masterclass with it. They're getting so much value out of running the two controllers. I think, I honestly, I can't really recall another team that comes to top of mind right now that I've seen be as proactive with just dispensing the smokes over and over and constantly giving them something to play around, something to hide in. Like usually we've seen teams put the emphasis on throwing them around mid to feign that there could be players walking up silently behind them, try and take space in that way. But it's just in every moment on the executes, post plants, either side when they're retaking or when they're holding it down in a situation like that on attack. They're just throwing them everywhere and playing around them. And we were trying to get back in on the sites. It's obnoxious.
Round number 17 coming at you, but G2 are very quickly running out of rope. Trent has an armor getting to play off of here, but Furia have shown themselves to be pretty darn dynamic and tough for G2 to pin down. Long enough at least to catch them in that Teho ultimate.
Furia getting active top mid. Oh, what a shot
Clean.
from Baby Bay.
Honestly, the guy has been a workhorse in this map especially. Getting back to Duelist. Really causing problems for Furia by popping up on their side of the map. Gonna need more of that though to make this a compelling matchup. Some mid-control here for Artazine. He's going to respect that stealth drone coming his way.
Gonna fall back here.
Drone coming up through B. Wow, Baby Bay gets a second and Jaw up top, but with support from Leaf. That should be the nail in the coffin on this round.
Not a lot to be said about it. The money's not great, but Nerve's already committed for the most part, so going to see if there's anything can rustle up here. As G2 spent pretty low for this one. It is Alum. On his own, at least deals with Jorgamon. And he can't quite get away. The penetrative power of the Guardian cuts him to the quick.
Round that basically entirely won by Baby Bay. And that hasn't been the first round for G2. That is won by a play from Baby Bay. When you said it, he's really been the workhorse on this map. Trent as well.
There's like a Bronco out there.
But just being able to get that first kill, teleport away, and then is so active getting back into mid later as well.
Someone who's been pretty notably absent here is Jordan, right? That attack side, G2 really to get that value out of him. And he says in an interview recently with Sage Datwin, actually, that he's not the kind of guy to come alive when his team are behind. When things are going tough, he can struggle to be that guy to get in there. That's Babybay's job.
Furia want to keep it simple. Look at all the smokes that are going to go down on this side. Alum straight through it. Shotgun in hand.
Maybe not so unwise, though, to give up the side if you know the Waylay is going to be coming at you with some form of shotgun.
They're hoping that they can just play a retake with this Armageddon, surely.
Okay, having control for G2. Yeah, a lot of smokes you've got to fight through. Remember, you've got double controller set up here. And Nerve finds value with the Bucky on A. We're in the post plant. Trent has to guess somewhat. Hitting back A with his Armageddon might not hurt. There's going to be plenty of room for Furia to get out of it now, as we're going to have crisscross of those Teho ultimates in play. And it's Trent. He finds a nice timing off Heaven, but Artazine trades it. 20 health between these two players and Furia now. It's Artazine. And it's going to be tough to hold up under this level of heat.
The Furia players just so weak, outgunned as well. And they risk a fair bit using the Armageddon on that round where they were definitely disadvantaged. But listen, I get it. I'm not mad at it. If that is able to get the kill, maybe they win it out from there. So
this is obviously Babybay trying to get in. Kwanu playing back towards security. Jorg fighting inside the side, finds a couple of key frags there again. Anything to get some momentum generated. And you've got a Rolling Thunder to the next round. So yeah, you spend pretty heavily for G2, but you do have these pretty effective Flood retake ultimates 2 rounds consecutively at your disposal.
Yeah, I mentioned it before, but the comp that they have is dense with strong ults. G2 going for a very proactive play down B. Furia, again, full intentions of just getting into this A site, however. Getting that orb over towards EU, dash in. This time into Heaven, and Valen, he was spotted. Oh my gosh, yeah, the last second, and he's caught.
Babybay's trying to get some control of tower again, I think. Here's that Rolling Thunder, but how are we looking to play off that? Babybay emerges actually into the stun itself, but is able to win the fight out against the Waylay. Artazine tucked close here. No plant yet. Keep that in mind. Now Fury across, and it's perfect timing. With the grab well in play, Babybay can't safely swing that to catch them as they cross.
Look at this fight that's going to take place in A main as well. Jogamo on the flank. Babybay trying to make some noise, trying to distract, and Jog gets a crucial kill. All of a sudden, these Furia players, they're getting pitched from all angles.
Timing! Oh, could have been big, but Kwanu found 3 and really even this round up. Artazine's util trolled Babybay for a solid 20 seconds inside tower there. And now it's on Jorg. If there's any time to come alive, it's right about now. And Artazine says, no, stay dead, actually.
Just too fast on the reaction. Give me the Koala replay. I need to see whatever he was doing back sight there. He opens it up with that kill onto Valen, just catches him, yeah, right there as he's trying to retreat into that dark cover. But then Cook, and then coming out up top. Wow.
Fighting.
I mean, just great adjustments.
Boom, baby! That's how you do it, baby. You like that? You like that? Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
50% in Discord. 50% audio.
It's 2 big booms so far for your boy.
It's time for Furia to run it back and just go towards this A site again. Recon down mid and smokes down mid from Furia as well. So they're trying to act like, okay, there's some presence there. Surely this isn't just a 5-man A slam again.
Babybay does have a contact line here, but this drone kind of messes him up. So already the answer to it, he's just got to have a shot through this. That's a guided salvo. He steps ahead of it. Here comes the crosshair break. And the refract away for Alum. Babybay is just taking pot shots at the moment.
Yeah, Furia haven't gone all the way through, but Koala Noob is up in the vent. Used his ultimate to get there, but will eventually have to make noise on that door break. Do Furia just cut noise, try to re-hit? Do they leave? Babybay aggro.
Crouches into the shot. Nice connection. The spike still is in A main. Furia have to step up onto this side, but Nerve and Alum do that with confidence, swaggering into A.
No patience. All desire to fight from G2. They go down. Valen on the flank. Okay, a little bit lazy on the shot, but is still able to find it onto Art.
Either Valen's late or his teammates were early. Either way, he eventually gets one. But now what? We just push straight through this A site if you're Furia. Looking for that last round, that last victorious round, and Leaf is utterly overwhelmed.
Nice double swing. Valen has the rifle, but low on HP, facing 3 players.
Gonna fall back here.
I mean, this is Furia's game to lose right now. They should be taking their map pick in fairly dominant fashion, and they do.
Unreal. That is unreal. Beware of a team, folks, that is free to reinvent themselves. Like the ghost of Christmas past, Koala Noob's like, hey boys, remember me? Settle in. We got a whole series of this. Dominant showing for Furia. A sick defense side, frankly, that converts into what looked like an easy finish.